Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Brad, this is John, and we're the Posh Kings.
Hi everybody. So this is our next installment, so to speak, in going over some ideas and methods that we're using about how to source differently.
Yeah.
Things that we haven't done before or have been afraid to try or just reluctant to do so, that we're venturing out and trying to find some new ways of doing things. As we've mentioned in our prior video, sometimes we find the most exciting part of reselling really is the thrill of the hunt, finding great items at great prices that you can pass on to the clients and obviously make more money for yourself.
Yep, because that's the best part, money.
It is. It makes the world go round, so to speak.
It sure does.
So what we did this time, we assume that many of you in the viewing audience have encountered these as well, and we have always been reluctant to try. And what we're reluctant to try are those, if you've seen some thrift stores, will take a full shopping basket, the big, basket, fill it with shoes, so it's a mystery, and they wrap it in saran wrap and they just put one flat price on it.
They do it with other things too, but I've seen it with Legos, dishes,
toys, kids toys, various different things, and you just buy the box. I think some stores also will put it into a big cardboard box. You buy the whole box. We've been reluctant because even though the price normally is really great, this particular shoe mystery basket we bought was $35, which is really good.
Yeah.
When you look at this enormous amount of shoes. However, I think we just all go, it has to be too good to be true.
Of course.
So we decided to give it a try. They had 3 baskets at that time at this particular store. And of course, we're eyeballing through all the
trying to peek in the sides, trying to figure out what's in there.
Figure out what's in it.
They really wrapped this one up nicely.
It was
so
wrapped
you
up
couldn't
really
see
tight.
inside of it.
So we decided to do it. We really didn't have high hopes.
Yeah.
But we gave it a whirl, and we're kind of reporting back on our findings in what happened with ours. Of course, we can't guarantee that every basket is the same. We know they're not.
Yeah.
But this is what we found in ours.
So again, we paid $35 for this card. There were a total of 60 pairs of shoes in them. However, there were about 20 pair that were a little bit too damaged to try to resell. We try not to. We'll sell things that have a little bit of damage on them as long as you tell them what the damage is.
Of course.
But these were beyond repair and definitely unsellable. So technically we stayed with 40 of them. We got rid of 20.
Typically what we will draw the line with, scuffs and marks on the outside, of course we'll clean them and get them ready. And most people are okay with that, knowing if they know what it is.
Right.
But if there's a lot of peeling on the inside,
or dry rot on the heels and the soles, where things are falling off and crumbling, which sadly was the case with this.
Yeah, it's not worth it. So really, 1/3 of the basket was not sellable.
Right.
And we had to dispose of because they were just that bad. So what we're going to do now, because it's too many pairs of shoes to go over individually, we're going to do a short overview video, which you'll get to see. And it's short, I promise.
Yeah, very short.
And then we'll come back and go over some of the special things and why we feel they're special and why this basket ended up being a great idea for us.
Definitely.
Okay. See you soon. So here are the 40 pairs of shoes that we kept of the 60 from our basket surprise mystery bundle. As you can see, there are various price points. The condition of the 40 that we kept really are pretty amazing, as you can see. All great condition, very sellable, and profitable. I would say that, as you can see, the originals on these original retail would have been anywhere from about roughly $30 to, there are a few that they're really, really high. And we're back. So what we're going to do is, you just saw an overview of the 40 shoes that we kept. On average, each pair of shoes costs us 87 cents. It would have been less if we were able to salvage the other 20, which we were not.
Right.
Still great odds. It's 87 cents.
Of course.
So what we have here are some of the special ones, which I think really worked in our favor because they're brands that I don't think the store was aware of, which is always a huge benefit to resellers when a store isn't overly familiar with any particular brand. Also, I think because some of the fabrications, we got some of the better things because in Florida, we're switching to spring just like everybody else, meaning it just gets hotter than the usual hot. So suede and stuff like that is considered end of season for us, believe it or not. So we did luck out. So the first pair of shoes that Brad is going to tell you about are Everlane
loafers. And it has the pointy toe. It's an American brand, does really well. It's a super trendy brand.
Has a huge cult following.
Yeah, it does. These are lightweight, fun, easy breezy.
These originally were about 130, 140, depending on the season that they came out. They're in excellent condition, leather uppers, and a rubber sole.
Yep. Everlane does great. By the way, so if you ever see it out there, definitely grab it.
And anytime we've ever found it, or the brand, it's always been a really good price because most stores aren't aware of it.
Yeah, definitely.
So the next are a vintage pair, and I would say vintage as in like maybe 20-ish years old, of Ralph Lauren loafers.
I love these because they're actually...
And they're Ralph Lauren.
Yes, and they have the embroidered emblem on the front, which is really nice. It's almost like a sateen, I think.
Yeah, I would say so.
Super cute.
Excellent condition, as you can see. I would probably say when they initially came out, the original retail would have been about $125. Now they're a little bit more, but they're great shoes.
Okay.
So this one I'm going to tell you about because I did a little research on it.
Yeah, we didn't know much about this one actually.
And they're actually worth a lot more than we had never heard of it before.
Brand.
We have never shopped the brand to try to find it. It's called Tamaris.
I'll show the logo. Yep.
Like that.
So definitely if you guys see that, again, pick it up if you can get it.
A great cotton floral.
It's great for the spring and summer.
Leather interior. These actually and we're pretty familiar with a lot of brands, especially in shoes.
Yeah.
These retail for about $150 when they were new, and it's a great brand, and we should do well with them, especially with the new season coming in. And the next one is
Terran Rose. Gold. It's like a shimmery gold, like ballet flag.
I think it's floral.
Yeah.
Gold. Yeah.
Terran Rose is great. A lot of times she focuses on like floral prints and stuff like that. So a lot of times the embellishments are floral. These are not, but typically she put like a flower on the front of it a lot of times.
Now her shoes really have a cult following, even though the company went out of business about 2 years ago. She stopped making shoes, and but they still have a great cult following.
And they do sell.
And they do sell well because they're really high quality shoes. When they were new, I would probably say they were about $250.
And they're lightweight and easy.
Of course, we have cult following shoes.
These
Definite cult following.
Yep.
A lot of these that we're talking about really have specific client bases.
Right. These are actually, they're Fry wedge with the wood bottom sandal.
Beautiful condition.
Which again, I know we mentioned in our other videos, down here, when we find sandals, a lot of times, because we do wear sandals all year round here,
they're really
bad. Beaten up.
They're really
because
beat up.
We, again, wear them all year round. It's not like the north or the west where it's colder. But these are in actually really good condition.
And as an example, and I think this is why, because a lot of stores will know about Fry, believe it or not, in Florida, this is a winter color.
Yeah.
So this would be winter color, so these will not sell as quickly. A lighter tan will be what will sell. So that's why I think it ended up in these baskets.
Yeah, I agree.
Or the basket we got, rather. All right. And again, we're focusing on like the really special items and why it made this investment very sound for us.
So these are a brand we actually spoke of again in our other videos. Kurt Geiger. These are like an espadrille, I guess you can call it like a platform.
With lots of fabulous stones.
Lots of stones, and I'm missing one stone, which is, of course, the one thing we all look at when we find shoes like this. You always want to make sure it has all the stones in it. It's not missing any of them. Kurt Geiger is, again, a great brand. If we find it, we always pick it up.
Very popular. It's about $200 retail for this particular espadrille. The stones are why they're more expensive.
Of course. And espadrilles are always hot for the summer and spring.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Great find, so love those.
Next, we have Guess wedges.
Yep. I'll hold it for you.
Great condition.
Yep.
Cute little tassely doos.
Tassely doos.
Tassely doos.
Copyright that one.
I know, right? They're great.
Bottoms look great. I
would estimate, it's hard to say what this price. They were probably $69, $79 new.
But they're, it's great.
Very popular. Yeah. Guess is still very, very popular. Yeah. Especially now, it has a huge comeback.
Yeah.
Then we have
these. They're gold Lily Pulitzer sandals, like strappy sandal. A little bit of wear on the bottom, but you know what?
And keep in mind, all of these shoes were 87 cents a pair.
Right.
In this big giant basket.
Yeah. So these are actually not too bad. Like there's not any damage on top of them. The toes are clean. A lot of times you see like the toe stains. There's none there, which is good. What else do we have?
So I'm going to talk about these particular shoes.
Here, I'll hold it. You want to hold it?
Oh, yeah. They are Charles Jourdan. Charles Jourdan during the 70s, 80s, and probably early 90s were the equivalent of what Christian Louboutin is today.
Yep.
They were the hot shoe, the Studio 54 have to have it brand. And they still, I think they stopped production a few years ago, but at their time, they still would have been $600 or $700.
Yep.
So it's a great find, especially, I wouldn't even say they're so vintage. It's almost a newer style. I think this was at probably the end of their production. It is a fairly current-ish style.
Especially because it has like the platforms.
Correct.
That's a
But to the person who is a collector of the brand, and there are a lot, we could probably get, I would think, $100.
I think so.
Sometimes it's really tricky when a brand is no longer produced. Either the price goes sky high, or people lose interest.
Yeah, like Zach Posen. We used to really well with Zach Posen.
Yeah, it's a tough brand.
Nobody wants to buy it.
It's tough. Moving on.
Okay. So these are UGG brown suede, or is that leather? That's leather.
Yeah.
Leather clogs.
Actually, no. It's kind of like a fine suede.
Okay, fine suede, brown.
It's not knobby. It doesn't have like all the thingies.
Yeah, the thingies. The thingy dads.
Yeah.
In good condition. Again, not much wear on them, which is good. A lot of times the wood gets dinged up on the sides.
Yeah, and if I'm correct, I think they retail for about $150. I could be wrong. I didn't look up the specifics on that one.
Right. Okay. What
then we have Sesto Miucci's. I would say I wouldn't call it vintage, but it is a slightly older style, even though that heel is very popular again. But the toe is a little older.
It reminds me of like the Ferragamo, like the old, or the Weitzmans that are old vintage ones. Same kind of toe front.
They're still sold in all the the high-end stores. And right now, I think they're about $350 new. But obviously, these are a little bit older, so I can't say exactly what they would have been new when they were originally purchased.
Right.
But we can probably get about $50 for them.
Probably, yep.
Maybe 40.
Okay.
And I wish those.
Okay. So these, which everyone knows what they are, they're black Birkenstocks, leather. On these, pretty clean. Bottoms don't look too bad, not too much wear on the bottoms. Everybody knows Birkenstocks. I think these are still on the website for, I think like $100.
I think that particular style
they're like different styles.
$100 when new.
Yeah, when new.
So the condition, we're hoping we get $40 for them.
And these typically go fast for us. Like if we find them in there, we clean them up a little bit, put them up.
Especially on Macari. They go really fast.
Yeah, they sell really fast on Macari. And they're really easy to clean, by the way. A little bit of sandpaper does a lot. So clean up that footbed.
Then we have a great pair of Born.
Oh, yeah. These. I love these because
it's like a pewter silver.
Nice little flat.
Excellent condition.
Again, really good condition.
And again, I forgot to look up the exact specifics of what they were, if they were new. But Bourne and Bach does very, very well
Right.
overall.
I love the flower accent.
Mm-hmm.
Super cute, lightweight. Ballet flats, they always go well. Okay.
And we have 2 pairs of Diesel sneakers.
Which Diesel sneakers usually go pretty quickly for us.
They do.
Yeah.
A lot of the products we're talking about have really like solid, specific followings.
Diesel shoes, women's, slip on.
Excellent condition.
Yeah, really good condition.
Super cute. And because we actually, one of the brands we used to sell when we had our chain of stores, Diesel, we had the Diesel account, and I would probably say they were about 140, 145 new.
And they still sell for a good price. The jeans fit really well too. So if you're find Diesel jeans out there, definitely grab them. And then these are the other Diesel shoes.
Crazy clean.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I don't know what you would call that.
I would call it a mule
It's like
sneaker.
a mule sneaker slip-on, sandal-y
Yeah.
thing. Sandal-y. Try that one out too.
We should be able to get about $40 for each of the Diesels. The next 3 pair of shoes, even though they originally didn't cost a lot of money, and a lot of the other shoes that are still, that we're not going to show today, they're not huge high dollar items.
Right.
But what we love, and we're so happy to find these 3 in the basket, is sometimes if something people just like things that are different and they're interesting, it doesn't always have to be the hottest brand, the hottest quality level. They just want something cute that they can wear for a season and call it a day and get it for a great price.
Yeah, we definitely look for unique pieces or something that you might think might be a little bit more trendy, even if it is, like John said, not like the higher end brands or whatever.
So it was great to find these in the basket. So Brad's going to show them to you. And I think the 3 pairs we're going to show you, they retail for like $39 brand new, maybe $49 depending.
But again, they're super I think they're super cute and trendy.
Yeah.
So these are actually Shoe Republica, which I'm sure you guys have all seen out in the wild.
It's all over the thrift stores.
Yeah, it's all over the thrift stores. But what I like is that they're patent. And it has
They're really cute.
It has like the leopard print on the back, which is
and
really
it kind
cute.
of fades in.
Yeah, it's like an ombre print into the front toe.
They're adorable.
Super cute. Love those. Clean again on the bottoms. Okay. These I like because they were kind of dangerous though, trying to grab them out of the cart.
Well, they're reminiscent of another brand.
Of another brand, which we all know what that brand would be like.
The studded clear front.
It's clear on the front.
Excellent condition. Beautiful shoes.
The brand's Liliana. Never heard of it, but
I think they're $29 to $35 new.
But again, they're affordable and they're super trendy. Yeah. Not everybody wants.
And when you pay 87 cents,
it's worth
whatever
it.
you make is
not
free.
blowing on the back. Super cute and fun. Okay, and then the last pair of the ones, I think these are really fun actually. And the brand's called Speed Limit 98. So
they're adorable.
But they're really fun. So like this, and I'll do one at a time.
Patches.
It's patches, it's like a fabric with a zip up the side.
Now I did the comps on these. These are, I think, virtually brand new. They go from anywhere sold, because that really does matter.
Of course.
Sold at $8 when literally the insides were ripped to shreds.
Yep.
So I think like $20 when they were in pristine condition. But again, look, 87 cents. We sell them for 20. We're very pleased. That markup is excellent.
Yeah, of course. And again, super fun going into spring, summer. It's a fun shoe to have. So we definitely like having that kind of stuff.
So the overall stats, we put everything together. And it's
he's reading from his notes, by the way.
Yeah, I have notes. I have to. I'm of that age. I can't remember all of this. So the estimated original on all of the shoes that we kept, not the ones that we threw away, where the original price would have roughly been about $4,400. Obviously, we're not going to get $4,400 out of these. The estimated sell-through, what we think they will realistically sell through as a whole, is about $1,675.
Fingers crossed for that.
Yeah. And we definitely tried, when we try to figure out sell-throughs, we typically will go into the lower because it's a safer, so you can anticipate what will be coming in. Then after the estimated 20% fees, it comes to $1,340. Take away the $35, which we paid for them, and we're at $1,305. So $1,305, easy, mostly seasonal. I think there are only a couple of them that I wouldn't consider seasonal. for the general public. They may not always be seasonal for Florida,
Right.
but they're seasonal to most people in the country.
Exactly.
So we think it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, for 87 cents a pair, even if they all don't move so quickly, it's a modest investment. Our advice would be to really look through the holes of the card.
Try as hard as you can, even though, like I said before, ours was so wrapped up so tight. It was really hard to look inside because you want to see what's in there a little bit, get an idea. So yeah, this one actually worked out well.
If we could, kind of nail it down, what we'll make on this pair will pay for the entire cart.
So the rest,
it's almost like you got 39 pairs of shoes, or we got 39 pairs of shoes for free.
Yeah.
So will we do it again? Yes.
Yeah.
But definitely try to eyeball the cart.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just can't imagine that these things don't pay for themselves. I think they're worth the investment.
Of course.
But definitely, I wouldn't buy a $100 card because you never know. It could be junk.
Yeah.
So that's our story.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this time.
Thank you so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe, and we can keep putting out content for you guys.
There you go.
We love you all.
Be well. Take care, everybody.